In front of me is the Euro USD. Quickly taking a look at the monthly chart. So here pretty much this little downtrend, here kind of a bit of an uptrend. So next target here would be around here. Currently holding these levels here. On the monthly, let's check the weekly real quick. Well, the weekly obviously here, the support line here. So if we break, next target would be this area here. Let's take a look at the daily chart. So at the moment, pretty much going up and down. Just quickly here, this zone and this one around here. So here pretty much kind of a double top and then it's downtrend. If we take a look at the weekly, so here pretty much, and ever since then we pulled lower. Taking a look at the weekly, so the weekly chart obviously here going back and forth now. So if we get to this area, I'm gonna short the market. So this is the next possible option here. Pretty much here kind of a downtrend, which would could turn out to be something like this. If we go up somewhere around here, this is where I would short the market. Pretty simple. We will then target this area, but let's make this take profit 1. Stop loss slightly above this line, depends where your entry is. So take profit 1, take profit 2, and if we break this yellow zone, we can go much lower. As we said, this line here on the weekly, but for now, take profit 1 is this one around here, take profit 2 around here. So 1 and 2, let's take another one short here. Take profit around here. So pretty much here depends on your entry and your stop loss. 2.0 risk reward, 2.5 depends how you can manage to enter and exit. Here about 3 point. So this is the Euro USD analysis here. I mean, we are pretty high here. We broke a little bit out of this line here, so chances are we will here see the retest to around here and then push higher, and if we do, here's where I would be a seller. Just simple as that. Let's check the 30-minute chart. So here pulling a little bit back. The CCI pulled quite nicely and almost reached the 100 zone, but as you can see, the candlesticks didn't move that much, so it looks like we will continue to go higher, and then I will look for short. Pretty simple as it is. Let's check the British Pound USD. Let's start with the monthly again. So here we had this rejection, and here is the support line. which could turn out to be our next target. Let's check the weekly. So we had this uptrend and we broke it here and are now trading below this zone, so we could here kind of see a little bit of a movement higher and then go lower, which looks like this is what will happen next on the long term. So here basically on the daily, here kind of a downtrend, pretty much going back and forth here, not that much going on. Here a little bit out of, we're breaking a little bit out of this downtrend line, but now looks like we're here moving to the side and not that much going on. Let's check the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart pretty much here and well here. So target would be for now in this area here, and then looking for a sell position here in this resistance area. If we quickly add some EMAs, let me quickly check this one. Here targeting the 50 area. Let me check the 1-hour chart. Here looks like we will go towards this resistance area. If we quickly go back to the 4-hour chart and here check the fib retracement. Here out of line, not really interesting for now. So let's take this one. Not that much going on either. And let's see this one. Well, pretty much the same. It's 101. So basically, if we go for this one, here we are a little bit above the, or we could reach the 0.7 area, which might turn out to be a little rally and a break. Since we broke this trend line, we could start a little bit higher movement and maybe reach this area here before we go lower. But the first target or the first position for short would be around here. So if we see, I mean, it's unlikely that it will happen every time, a double top here, and then I would look for short. But this is the trade for British pound and the USD for now. Pretty much similar to the euro, but at the moment I prefer the euro. So let's quickly go check the 4-hour chart. Here looking for a short position somewhere around here. Something like this. Next is Euro and Japanese yen. Let's take a look at this one. Well, pretty much here. Going lower kind of. Again in some sort of a triangle here. Once we break out, we could see a move to the higher side, but now there's more room to the lower side. the weekly here double top kind of bearish movement. So something like this would be the option here. Let's check the daily. Here again, trying to slow down a bit. We had this uptrend. Broke out of this trend line here. So I pull back, moved higher, and now we are going to the lower part again. Maybe we could reach here in this zone and then pull lower from there. Let's check the forward chart. Okay, so what is happening here is this kind of pattern, which looks like it will turn out to be a head and shoulders pattern to the downside from now. Here's not that much going on. Let's check the 1 hour chart. He is still below the 200 EMA, so still on a bearish move. So the possible option here would be this here, and here going lower again. But as long as we don't hit the resistance line, so yeah, it looks like we will here pull back at this zone already. We probably won't even reach the yellow resistance area, but this is what I would look out for. Let's check the 14.5. Well, not much movement here. 30-minute, 15. So here we could possibly see a move higher. But again, if we reach the bigger time frame, the yellow zone, I will look for short maybe there, but for now it looks like we'll here already go lower. Well, pretty much on a downtrend here ever since so yeah, here if we reach this yellow zone here around, this is where I would take the short. So let's check the British pound, Japanese yen as well. What is going on here on the daily, weekly, monthly? Let's quickly check the monthly. Well, pretty much here at the top of the trend line. So target would be somewhere around here, the first target at least. We could here go much lower on the monthly. Let's check the weekly. He is still holding this kind of previous resistance area that we are now retesting still as a support area. But I would definitely look here for shorts, maybe a break to the downside, retest and then go lower. So on the 4-hour chart, let's see what's happening here. So here this nice downtrend here. Here going back and forth. So if you reach this trend line here at this highs, I would here look for a short. Pretty simple as it is. And then look for a break below this zone on the 1-hour chart, on the daily and weekly. 1 hour chart looks like we will reach this zone here somewhere around 30-minute chart, kind of the same 15-minute chart. So for now it could work out to sell the highs and buy the lows, but the initial trade would be around here, somewhere along the trend line here, and then short the market down. So this was the analysis for today.